that song lasted so long at the end. I did not realize. Anyway, we've got tybu and Rounds GG. So tybu and Danny, I think that they've got maybe slim odds to win. I mean, slimmer, more, a slim advantage is what I'm trying to say. But FNSi and Renshiro, definitely wild cards here. When they're on, they are so strong. So keep an eye out for them. Danny, I feel like maybe is the most fluid player here, like in terms of both the roles that he can fill, but also whether he's like on fire or is struggling. There's a term for that. I need help from you guys in the chat, but this is the winner's semifinals, best of 3. Danny's gonna catch this one from the sidewall, gets the pinch. Tries to push this one over, doesn't get the follow-up touch, but if that did pinch, I'd have to imagine he goes upward. But it might hit that curve at the ceiling. We call that the waterfall. It's gonna bounce down. Oh, the backflip. I don't think he was gonna get there in time anyway, so maybe the backflip was warranted. Instead, FNSi gonna drop that down for Renshiro here. FNSi putting a devastating shot on means the defense struggles and scrambles to put any sort of save on, and Renshiro just has to clean up. Sometimes that's the hardest kind of shot, is like even when the defense is super compromised, you have to get real creative in your shooting angles. Oh shoot, it didn't update the tourney command. Hold on. I knew something was funny. iBot sometimes can be a little slow. I think it's possible to overwhelm its tick rate. Renshiro sets the pass up to FNSi. The backboard is going to be the shot, but the rim is the real pain. Here's the emote I use at a time like this. Bonk. And it just goes in. That always hurts. Happens to all of us. Sideways on that. Those 50-50s right after the tip-off, they can sometimes lead to goals. It doesn't happen all the time. But if there's ever going to be a situation like in soccer ones or a 50-50 just completely falls your way and you can turn it right into a net, that would be the time. Nice catch there from tybu. Lands right on the ball doing a circus act. Oh, doesn't have the boost. I guess he probably did, but didn't use it right. That's tricky. Still has the touch, though. Really had to stretch for that one to avoid bonking into the rim. We've got 2-0 here for FNSi and Renshiro, looking really good out of the gates. The lob, going to give it right over to the backboard defense. Renshiro tries to bump. The backboard defense is super safe, but tybu has no boost at all. He's just floating down, landing on the rim as he goes. You actually can land your wheels on the rim, getting a reset. And so you can actually jump off the rim, and of course you can flip after getting that reset. Good intel to know. I think that after I found that out, it completely it changed my mind entirely on how I did recovery if I was going to fly straight into the rim and there's nothing I can do about it. Like, it happens often when you're going for shots like this. Double reset here. Still going to get nonchalantly blocked by FNSi, like he read it all along. But yeah, a lot of the times when you shoot, your car is just going to be helplessly flying straight at the rim. But if you can hit your wheels to the rim, it gives you a lot of recovery options. It's not always the right move, but FNSi is going to just take the lob shot. The backboard defense has nothing, right? No boost. Yeah, Danny just has to back up after not collecting the corner boost. It spawns right behind him. I'll have to fire the cameraman later for not catching that, but we got 3-0. The boost flutter with the bubbles. Danny looked like he was going to try to chip that up and over Renshiro, but Renshiro gets extra high to deflect that. No boost take. Instead of demo, it did not feel like it was fast enough. When you get to be SSL rank, you get a buff that lets you demo people 1 mile an hour slower than normal. FNSi back to Danny. The passing play, I don't think he can get here in time. I changed my mind. That's so close, though. If Renshiro had boost, he would not let that play ever see the light of day. But him just with no boost inside the net, that's got to be a terrifying feeling. We've all been there, just like sitting there waiting for the shot to come through, and that one finally will. tybu on the board after a 3-goal lead here from Renshiro and FNSi. Just an unfortunate 50-50. Gives it right to Danny, who is more than ready to dive at that one. 90 seconds. No friendship here. Renshiro and FNSi, this is the team I was mentioning that don't do the friendship tip-offs, and can you blame them? They've got 120 ping, so trying to line up the car collision is extra hard. It is still definitely doable, though. You just got to put in the same inputs, just 100 milliseconds sooner. Here's tybu on the dribble with the reset. That wall does have a backboard defense, but they jump too low, expecting something lower. Here we go. This is the kickoff they're worried about. And they don't even send anyone. They just let Danny take the shot. I wonder if Renshiro and FNSi are going to mix that up throughout the course of the tournament. Having a disadvantage means that you have to keep the other team guessing, but it's just turned around into an attack anyway. So you can see the advantage I'm talking about. Because of that, FNSi and Renshiro have really low amounts of boost. And then they just go on the attack. They both dive the net and push the defense out of it. 3 goals the other direction now. Ties the game up. The first half belonged to Rounds GG. The second half so far goes to tybu. The lift here. Oh, he does have another touch. It's still saved away, but Danny puts it outside. Not easy to react that quickly. Little tap there, puts it back out mid. That's so dangerous. But tybu will have the follow-up. Renshiro wants to catch this and keep going off of the wall, and he continues that dribble, but tybu is with it every step of the way. Knowing what your opponents are capable of is really everything. You got to know what kinds of shots and plays you can respect. FNSi just hoping for the 50-50. It will still go past his car. Wow, I like that idea a lot from tybu. It looked like that if Danny was ready for it, that was a clean passing play. Half of a pass, though. I mean, each half belongs to each player. Is not enough to just sit in a good spot to collect a pass. You have to be active in your positioning. Hold on. We're going to head into overtime here as tybu trying one last attempt to push it up. Nope, overtime it goes. Tip-off so far have heavily favored tybu, though. Rounds GG needs to be extra careful. But FNSi, nope. Whoa, neither player wanted it. Instead, FNSi going to take the shot. It's looking super scary, but tybu gets just enough underneath it to utilize the rim, and it rolls upward. Renshiro up after it first. Good read. Those rim rolls can be a lot harder than they seem. Off the ceiling. No flip used. tybu may be holding on too long, but he will bump a player out of the net. Still not enough. Danny has to contend with the net. But yeah, if you're trying to collect a pass, you need to move into a good spot for your teammate to hit it to you. Not just be in a spot where you can redirect it in. So that's half the battle. FNSi. Looked like he wanted to control that. Oh, instead he's going to take it off of tybu's car. That touch right there from Renshiro goes right around one. Doesn't get the lift, though, and even then, tybu looked like he was going to be able to defend just about anything from that backboard position. He's going to dribble it sideways, turn on this, lift it, but that's an easy defense again from the backboard. Renshiro going to roll up the backboard again. I guess if you're wondering when to go to the backboard and when not to, if you need to get a lot of height quickly, tybu is going to get this one. Danny spams nice shot. And it is well-deserved here, as that is not an easy angle to push that right underneath the rim, tucking it in. Game 1 goes to tybu after a long fought, over 1 minute overtime. I forgot what I was saying. Man, that's brutal for Renshiro and FNSi, because they, like, the first 2 minutes, they scored 3 goals, I think. Couldn't get a single thing after that, and 4 goals go the other direction. Wonder if that indicates that they switched their strategy at all to, like, say, okay, we just got to defend 3 goals. It should be easy, guaranteed. It's not very often you see a 3-goal comeback. Danny and tybu pull it off and then get the last goal there in overtime. Ceiling for tybu. Tybu absolutely lethal here on dribbles. He's going to drop it straight down. Look how clean that is. Danny wisely lets tybu just take this, and tybu really has to stretch for that first touch, but it's still so good, and then just booty blasts it straight down. What a move. We got the friendship again. Yeah, they just back off on it. So Danny and tybu can just shoot it straight. Yeah, it's so brutal. If you don't respond with perfect precision on these friendships, like FNSi has to touch that there, or they get scored on. What rank are these players? Top 100. I don't know. The top 100 keeps moving around. These guys are definitely top 100 if you take out all of the win traders. Win trading is rampant, and Psyonix does nothing about it. Definitely feels bad. I wonder if, like, the playlist would be healthier. Oh, no. Is that 2 whiffs in a row? So here's tybu with the launch. That's not really a whiff. That's just a block attempt, and FNSi just misses it. Man, those bounces are notoriously tricky to read, those 45s, but I don't know. He seemed confident. Like, if you weren't confident, you wouldn't just rush it. I think you would sit on the backboard and try to dodge any would-be bumper. FNSi going to take out some frustration on a player. tybu using the ceiling to get in front of the ball, getting a 50-50. tybu's going to sit behind. He's going to try to go for the bump. It is not in, though. Danny's shot goes low. Tries to flip for the final time. Back to FNSi with a powerful redirect. Still, the backboard defense has no trouble here. Might be a bit of a double commit. Renshiro wisely backs off. He's got a handful of boosts, but he knows that Danny's got this, so he'll take away the mid boost. I don't think he's going to be back in time for this one. Instead, he's just going to play defense as tybu sends it sideways to Danny with the redirect. The passing play off the sidewall is a bullseye to the front of the net. It's a reset? What? In what world are you doing a reset to make a passing play? That is gotta be 99% luck. That is the most Rocket League pinch of all time for sure. Oh, that's a jump scare. I don't. As spectators, we often can't tell if they're using ball cam or not, because I don't know if you noticed, but these players switch very rapidly. Ball cam, free cam, ball cam, free cam, and the spectator just says, "Okay, we're not going to show that. We're just going to show ball cam." I couldn't tell if that demo was without cam. It probably was, though. But sometimes that does happen, where you don't expect to demo somebody. They just roll right in front of you. Sometimes I demo a guy and he was trying to demo me. Just didn't even realize it and turned at just the right moment. That knowledge can be very powerful and cursed. Like, if you don't know you're about to get killed, and your opponent knows that you don't know you're about to get killed, it can lead to a lot of unpredictable behavior. tybu with double resets! Gets it to the backboard. He is full of clips right now, and I'm recording all of them. I'm here for it. tybu, reset 1, flip, reset 2, flip into it again for the front of the car, backboard into the rim! Devastating. Looks like so far I've only dropped a handful of frames. Hopefully the viewing experience is still good, but I don't know. That's been a constant struggle. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I need new equipment, new routers and modems and whatnot. Down to FNSi. That's something I don't really know how to troubleshoot unless you have another one, right? Unless you have a second modem and router that you know is good, but then why wouldn't you just use those? I don't know. FNSi. To Danny. The sideboard. Look, Danny's using power slide to set the pass to tybu. That was so clean. Danny is an excellent team player. It's only when he's alive, though. FNSi will remove one of the defenders, but tybu is able to push that one forward. As Danny respawns, is still struggling for his life. Stays behind this for a 50. tybu up in the air for some reason. Not sure what his plan is. Now he's on 0. Thanks to that play. He still will be able to get in front of that. 5-0 is devastating. We've already seen a 3-goal comeback, but a 5-goal comeback with 90 seconds to go, just unheard of. Danny and tybu have been just demolishing in the second game. It feels like it just took them a second to get warmed up. Now that they're warmed up, tybu is putting on double resets and reset passing plays to Danny. It's absurd. And he's going to collect the 50. Gets another touch. Should be defended here. And goes behind tybu. He still will lift this up in the air despite it going towards his net. He has a reset, but what can he use it for? Instead, it's going to be shot. It's off of the rim, though. Chase here from tybu. Danny says thanks. I don't know what happened. Might have been an Uber ride. Oh, there goes goal number 6. tybu setting up the flawless pass to Danny. Really taking his time with it, too. With the 50-50. Danny just moving around. Rotating all the way around to the right side. Into the perfect spot for that pass. Yeah, I completely agree, Eric Joe. One of these weeks, Rounds GG are going to win big. We've seen Renshiro win a 1v1 tournament. 2? Wait, have they? They've won another tournament, I swear. What was the tournament when there was like a Rumble event? I had Tryhouse casting. I think that was Renshiro as well. I could be totally wrong. This is bad that I don't remember, but that's 7 goals with another tybu reset. And you got to remember, guys, it might look like bullying, but tybu and Danny need to be warmed up to play against the next team. The Rounds GG have had enough. The backflip is the final straw that broke the camel's back. Should be one EU tourney every X weeks. We used to do EU tournaments where we just changed the region at first, and then we did European tournaments in addition to North American tournaments for a little while, and it was just like it's a lot more than just the trouble with European tournaments is not just about having the right amount of players. You got to have the right amount of people willing to run the tournament too. And so running a tournament at like 2 p.m. means 2 p.m. Eastern time means the Pacific guys, the United States Pacific guys, are probably not going to be willing to help to run the tournament. So it's more than just like make a tournament and have the players join into it. You need like someone to broadcast it. You need someone to moderate it. And then, the prize pool or whatever. Because the time has to be good too. Like Renshiro and FNSi are absolute heroes. Because it's like 2 in the morning for them. It's bad. I do feel bad for the European players. But I don't know. We need a European revival. There are just more North American hoops players than European players, unfortunately. All right. We are going into winners finals. Let me see if I can pull that up. Like this. So I didn't move them on yet, but as soon as I do.